morning students. So in the last video we have learned about how to create one file and how we can save the files in the folder and how we can copy the files and folder, how we can move files and folders, what are the methods for them. So we have seen cut, copy, paste. So we have seen the method drag and drop also. So we know, I think you know the shortcut key for cut, that is Ctrl X, and for copy it is Ctrl plus C, and for paste it is Ctrl plus V. And how we can rename a folder and how we can search a folder. So we can search a folder either in the particular drive or from the start menu. Okay, so from before there will be a run. So in that also you can search the files or folders you want to search. So till this we have seen in the last video. So now we will see how to delete a folder. So you know very well like how we can move a folder. Likewise we can also delete the particular folder. So how we will delete a particular file? We have to right click on the particular file and then we have to click delete. Okay, in the pop-up menu which will be displayed. So deleting files and folders. When you delete a file or folder, it will move into the recycle bin. So to delete a file or folder, select the file or folder you wish to delete. So first you have to select the particular file or folder. So for both file and folder the process is the same. So here they have say this is the removal disk. Okay, copying file using send to option. First right click the file or folder, select delete option. Okay, from the pop-up menu, or click file delete or press delete key. So if you are going to delete a file, you can select from the file and give delete, or you can press delete key. Okay, if you are going to delete a file or folder, then right click on that, then you will be getting as cut, copy, paste, you will be getting the delete option also. So if you click the delete option, it will be deleted. See here, cut, copy, delete, rename. So these are the options here. So if you want to delete means if you press delete, the particular file will be deleted and move to the where it will go. It will go to the recycle bin. Okay. So what do you mean by recycle bin? So we have said that if you delete a particular file, it will move to recycle bin. So what is recycle bin? Recycle bin is a special folder to keep the files or folder deleted by the user. So nowadays in mobile also we are having this option, isn't it? So recycle bin is a special folder to keep the files or folder deleted by the user, which means you still have an opportunity to recover them. Okay, so it will be stored in that. So if you want to recover from that, you can recover. The user cannot access the files or folder available in the recycle without restoring it. Okay, so ஒரு ஃபைலை நீங்க delete பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படினா it will move to the recycle bin. Recycle binங்கிறது அது ஒரு folder, அதுக்குள்ள தான் நம்ம delete பண்ண files எல்லாம் இருக்கும். பட் என்னன்னா அதை நம்ம இங்க சிஸ்டம்ல ஆக்சஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. எப்போ ரீஸ்டோர்னு கொடுக்கணும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரீசைக்கிள் பின்ல போய் அந்த பர்டிகுலர் ஃபைலை ரீஸ்டோர், ஓகே, ரீஸ்டோர்னு கொடுத்தா மட்டும் தான் அந்த ஃபைலை திருப்பி நம்மளால ஆக்சஸ் பண்ண முடியும். ரீசைக்கிள் பின்ல இருந்து ஆக்சஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. சரியா? So to restore file or folder from the recycle bin, so what are the steps you have to perform? First, you should open recycle bin, right click on a file or folder to be restored and select restore option. So அந்த ஃபைலை எப்படி ரைட் கிளிக் பண்ணி delete கொடுத்தீங்களோ அதே மாதிரி you have to click the file, right click the file, then there will be an option called restore. If you click that to multiple files, select restore all items. So you can also restore one file or multiple file. To select multiple files, you can select them using the control key and the multiple files will be restored. So to delete all files in the recycle bin, select empty the recycle. So to delete all the files in the recycle bin, select empty the recycle bin. This only you have to perform. Okay. So next we are going to see creating shortcut on the desktop. So how will you create shortcuts on the desktop? So you know very well when you are opening a Windows platform, that is the Windows, how the desktop will appear. In desktop there will be many applications for shortcuts for many applications. So how you can create shortcuts for the application in the desktop? Shortcuts to your most often used folders and files may be created and placed on the desktop to help automate your work. Okay, so for this only we are creating the shortcuts. So it will be very easy for you. So select the file or folder that you wish to have a shortcut on the desktop. right click on the file or folder, select send to. Okay, so you have to first select and then you have to select send to from the shortcut menu, then select desktop from the sub menu. Okay, so you have to select send to from the shortcut menu, then select desktop. Okay, create shortcut from the sub menu. So a shortcut to the file. So here send to and then there will be desktop. Okay, so if you selected a shortcut for the file or folder will now appear on a desktop, and you can open it from the desktop in the same way as you are opening from the icon. Okay, so next, so let us see how we can perform this. So now we will see how to delete a folder. Okay, suppose I am having here, see in the desktop I am having 11C a folder. So if I want to delete a folder, what I have to do? I have to right click on it and then I will be having a delete option. Okay, so if I click delete, then the particular folder it will ask, are you sure you want to move this folder to the it is recycle bin? Okay, you can note this. If I give yes, it will be moved to the recycle bin. Okay, so now it has been sent to the recycle bin. So in the same way, if you want to delete a particular file, okay, suppose I am having this file. So it is opening in the OpenOffice. So in this file there will be an file, no? So this is the file if you are having. So sometimes you will be having here also the delete option. So it is not given in this version. Okay. So if you want to delete a particular file, so like this, if you right click, there will be also delete. So this is a file and this is a folder. So I have shown you how to delete a folder. In the same way, this is a particular file in the WordPad. So if I click and then give delete the particular file, if it will ask, so are you sure you want to move this file to the recycle bin? If I click yes, it will be moved to the recycle bin. Okay. So this is the folder and this is the particular file. So both you can perform using the right click and delete option. Okay. So let me search the recycle bin. So it's here, recycle bin is empty, in desktop icons only is it there. Okay, so here it is shown as, so see here the recycle bin is here. So if I click this, now what folder I deleted? I deleted the folder 11C. See, it is here. So in recycle bin, the particular folder what I have deleted. So inside the recycle bin, I deleted the folder 11C from the desktop. So it is stored here. Okay. So now if I want to access this, I cannot access like this. Okay. So it will just no. So first you have to right click. So if I right click, there are 4 options: restore, cut, delete and properties. So if I give cut or if I give cut, means I can cut and paste it somewhere, but it will not be accessed. If I give restore, then only I can access the file. So now I am giving restore. Okay, see now in recycle bin that 11C folder is not available. That means, so it will be available here. See in desktop now the 11C is available here, and if I click this, I'm having one file inside there and I can access this file. Okay. So if I want to delete a file, you should give right click and give delete and it will move on to the recycle bin. And if you want to access a file, the same file, so delete panto illa ipo the file enakku venum nenachingna, if you move on to recycle bin, what are the files has been deleted by you will be available there, and if you right click, there will be an option called restore, and if you click that, the file will be available for you to access. Okay, so this is the recycle bin. So next, creating shortcuts on the desktop. So how you can create shortcuts on the desktop you are going to see. So to create shortcut, you have to select a particular file or folder. Okay, let me have this 11C folder, and then that you wish to create a shortcut. So right click on the file. So there will be an option, select send to. Okay, so see here, send to. So in that you will be having desktop create shortcut. So if you click this, a shortcut will be created for you. See, okay. So if this is the there is a arrow, no, one blue color arrow. This shows that it is an shortcut key. See, it is a shortcut key. This one is a shortcut. This is a shortcut. Open up for this is a shortcut because this is already available in the start programs menu. So, but we have created shortcut and have kept in the desktop. So, if you have this type of arrow, it will denote that it is a shortcut. Okay. So, we are having one. So, Xmind is a shortcut. This folder I have created as a shortcut for you. Okay. So, similarly, if you want, you can create shortcut for the desktop, on the desktop. So, next we are going to see, so shutting down or logging off a computer. So, how you can shutting down or log off. Okay. So, what's the difference? Once you have closed all open application, you can either log off your computer or shut down the computer. So, for log off, what should you do? To log off, shut down the computer, so you have to, there will be an option. Whether you have going to, these are the options available. So, click start. So, in this, if you click the start button, log off, click the arrow next to shut down or start shutdown. Okay. So, if you click this, there will be shutdown. So, if you want, you can click that. Otherwise, if you have, there will be many options available. So, what are the options available are, if you have any open programs, then you will be asked to close them or Windows will force shutdown. Okay. So, if you have already opened any application, you have to close. Otherwise, it will force you to shut down. If it is forced shutdown, that is, you are not bothered about it. நீங்க எதையும் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணாம சும்மா ஷட் டவுன்னா ஷட் டவுன் கொடுத்துட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா எல்லா அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ் ரன் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு அப்படின்னா ஃபோர்ஸ் ஷட் டவுன் ஆகும். அப்படி ஆகும்போது you will lose any unsaved information. Okay. So, next switch user. Switch user na switch to another user account on the computer without closing your open programs and Windows process. Okay. So, you can see sometimes there will be an user and sometimes there will be a admin also. So, next log off. So, switch to another user's account on the computer after closing all your open programs. So, switch user ko log off kind of difference. Here you can move to the another account after closing all your open programs. But switch user, you can move to another account without closing your open programs and Windows process. Next, lock the computer while you are away from it. Okay. So, next restart, that is reboot the computer, and then sleep means puts the computer into a low power mode that remains all running programs and open Windows and computer memory for a super quick restart. Okay. So, sleep la pottingna ella neenga open panni vechukka ella program run aayittu da irukum, but it will be in a low power mode. And next option you will be having is hibernate. Maximum I think you will be seeing on laptops. Yes, found only on laptop computers. Puts the computer into a lower power mode after saving all running programs and open Windows on the machine's hard drive for a quick restart. So, in system PC you will be having the sleep option, and then in laptop you are having the option as hibernate. Okay. So, up to this in chapter 5 the part 1 has been finished. Okay. So, switch user, log off, lock, restart, sleep and hibernate. So, these are hibernate. So, these are the options available. See, when I am clicking the start menu, so when I shut down, so if I click shut down, all the programs will shut down. So, if I click the shutdown, the files will get shut down. Similarly, if we press this arrow, see, so what are all the options available in the book? So, this is the picture that is given in your book. So, it is also available in the system. So, switch user means you can switch from one user to another user. Log off means, so the applications will be open when you are in switch user. When log off, all the application will be closed, then only it will be moved to the next account. So, lock means you can keep lock for some time. Then restart means the files will get restart. So, sleep means you can make that so that all the files will be open, but you can make it in low power mode. The same thing in hibernate. So, this is for mainly used in laptops. Okay. So, I think you will be very clear about all this. So, next we are moving on to the chapter 5 part 2. Okay, so till we have in the part 1 we have learnt about the Windows. So, you know very well Windows is a system software. So, Ubuntu is also a system software. So, now we have in the part 1 we have learnt about the Windows, how the desktop of Windows will appear and what is the files, how we can manipulate files and folders in that, how we can create files and folders, how we can move, how we can copy, how we can drag and drop, and how we can delete, how we can rename. So everything we have learnt in the part 1 in the operating system Windows. So in chapter 5 part 2, we are going to learn about the software Ubuntu, that is working with Linux. That is the particular one is the Ubuntu. Okay. So Linux is one of the popular open source version for the Unix operating system. So it is open source as its source code is freely available. Okay. So its code is, we are having it to be freely available. So the most popular Linux server distributors are Ubuntu Linux, Linux Mint, and next we are having Arch Linux, and then Deepin, Fedora, Debian, CentOS, like this. Okay, these are the most popular Linux server distributors. Okay, so in that particular we are going to learn about the Ubuntu. So in Windows we have seen many versions, but these are the most popular Linux. So in here the source code is free, that is the open source. Okay. So next we are going to see about the particular one Ubuntu. So what you know very well, what is an open source operating system? So it refers to a program or software in which the source code is available in the web to the general public for free of cost. Okay. So open source code is typically created as a collaborative effort in which programmers continuously improve upon the source code in the web and share the changes within the community. Okay. அதாவது இப்போ விண்டோஸ்ங்கிறது அவங்க பர்டிகுலராக ஒருத்தவங்க ஒரு கம்பெனி வந்து அதை கிரியேட் பண்ணி நமக்கு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஸோ அவங்க எப்படி கிரியேட் பண்ணாங்க, அந்த சோர்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறத, அந்த ஓப்பன் சோர்ஸ் அப்படின்னா அதை கிரியேட் பண்ண கோடிங், அதை வந்து நம்மளால சேஞ்ச் பண்ண முடியாது. பட் ஓப்பன் சோர்ஸ் ஆப்ரேட்டிங் சிஸ்டம்னா வி ஆர் ஏபிள் டு சேஞ்ச், பட் வி ஆர் ஏபிள் டு சேஞ்ச் நம்ம மட்டும் சேஞ்ச் பண்ண முடியாது. தட் வில் பி a கம்யூனிட்டி. If we offer like that, இப்படி சேஞ்ச் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு நம்ம ஒரு கோடிங் கொடுத்தோம் அப்படின்னா, if it is okay and if it is applicable and if it is improving that particular OS, then that will be accepted by that community and they will change. Okay, so that one is the open source operating system. So Ubuntu is a Linux based operating system. It is designed for computers, smartphones and network servers. The system is developed by a UK based company called Canonical Limited. So Ubuntu was systems developed by UK based company called Canonical Limited. So Ubuntu was conceived in 2004 by Mark Shuttleworth, a successful South African entrepreneur, and his company Canonical Limited. So it was started in the year 2004. Then I will see the significant features of Ubuntu. So the desktop version of Ubuntu supports all normal software like Windows such as Firefox, Chrome, VLC, etc. So Ubuntu desktop வந்து நார்மலா விண்டோஸ்ல எப்படி சப்போர்ட் பண்றதோ அது எல்லாமே உபுண்டுலயும் இருக்கு. It supports the office suite called LibreOffice. Okay. So நம்ம வந்து விண்டோஸ்ல வந்து மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட் ஆஃபீஸ் தான் மேக்ஸிமம் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். அதுவுமே உங்களுக்கு இப்ப பிரிஸ்கிரைப்ல வந்து அப்பாச்சின்னு ஒரு கம்பெனில ஓபன் ஆஃபீஸ்னு ஒன்று கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஸோ நீங்க வந்து அதுதான் படிப்பீங்க. ஓகே. ஸோ இந்த அப்கமிங் சாப்டர்ஸ் வில் பி லேர்னிங் தட். ஸோ ஆஸ் மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட் ஆஃபீஸ் இட் இஸ் ஹேவிங் வேர்ட், எக்ஸல், பவர் பாயிண்ட். In OpenOffice also we are having the same thing. Okay, the same different name, that's all. That is OpenOffice, OpenWriter, like that will be having. So அதே மாதிரி Ubuntu ல LibreOffice னு ஒரு ஆஃபீஸ் சூட்டை அதை என்ன பண்ணும், சப்போர்ட் பண்ணும். So Ubuntu has inbuilt email software called Thunderbird. So in email software in Ubuntu, which one is the inbuilt one? Thunderbird, which gives the user access to email such as Exchange, Gmail, Hotmail, etc. And there are free applications for user to view and edit photos, to manage and share videos. So it is easy to find content on Ubuntu with a smart searching facility. Okay. And the next one is that the best feature is it is a free operating system and is backed up by a huge open source community. So you know very well it is a free operating system. It's backed by a huge open source community. So next let us see about the Ubuntu desktop. There are many similar between Ubuntu and other operating systems. As in the first point, we have noted the same thing is given here as Windows and Apple. This is because they are also based on the concept of a graphical user interface. Windows learning or icon pathona, then this icon is by clicking this icon you can perform. This icon is for this purpose. We can easily come to know from the icon, that is from that graphical picture. In the same way, Ubuntu desktop also it has the concept of GUI, that is graphical user interface. The following are the names of the icons in the Ubuntu OS. Okay. So search your computer, files, Firefox web browser. So your Ubuntu desktop will be looking like this. Okay, so the same thing is given in your book. So this is the Ubuntu desktop. So these are all the icons. So in Windows, you know very well, the Windows will be having your icons here. So here the icons are in the left side, and this one is a launcher, that is the taskbar in Windows. Okay, so taskbar in Windows, and this is the menu bar, and this is the indicator area or notification area, and this is the desktop. Okay, so the Ubuntu desktop will be looking like this. So it has all applications and all factors that you can do with Windows also, but the point is the screen of the Ubuntu desktop will be looking like this. Okay, so we can see what are all we are having here. So LibreOffice Writer, LibreOffice Calc, that is, we say no, Microsoft Office Word, Excel, PowerPoint, that one is LibreOffice Writer, LibreOffice Calc, Impress, Ubuntu Software, Amazon, System Settings and Trash. So explains the icon. So what one is the, explains the icon is, so they have given here what are all the icons and what for what purpose they have been. Okay, so this picture will give you the clear explanation of the every icon. Okay, and they are equivalent ones in the Windows operating system. So the menu bar is located at the top of the screen. Okay, so the menu bar is located at the top of the screen. The menu bar incorporates common functions used in Ubuntu. The frequently used icons in the menu bar are found on the right side. So the most common indicators in the menu bar are located in the indicator or notification area. So this is on the right hand side of the menu bar. So next, network indicator. This manages the network connections. So this one is the network indicator, allowing you to connect to a wired or wireless network. So next, text entry setting, that is ENO. So this shows the current keyboard layout, such as EN and so on. Okay, if more English, France, like that. So if French, like that. If more than one keyboard layout is shown, it allows you to select a keyboard layout of these choices. So if you are having here more than one keyboard choice, you can choose which keyboard you want to perform. The keyboard indicator menu contains the following menu items: character map, keyboard layout chart and text entry settings. Okay, and next we are having is the messaging indicator. Okay, so this incorporates a social application. From here you can access instant messages and email clients. So this one is the message indicator, and next one is the clock. This displays the current time and provides a link to your calendar and time and date settings. And next one is the session indicator. So this one gives you the link to the system settings, Ubuntu help and session options. And next, like locking your computer, user guest session, logging out of a session, restarting the computer or shutting down completely. Okay, so this, when you click this session indicator, you can have all this option. And next we are having the title bar. So the title bar shows the name of the currently selected directory. It also contains the close, minimize and maximize buttons. So where is the title bar in Ubuntu? So this one is the title bar. Okay, so where we can, the icons will be having the same thing, you will be having the title bar. And next, toolbar. The toolbar displays your directory, browsing history, or location in the file system, a search button, an option for your current directory. The same thing will be displayed. So now let us see the desktop background. So below the menu bar, at the top of the screen is an image covering the entire desktop. This is the default desktop background or wallpaper belonging to the default Ubuntu 16 theme known as Ambience. Okay, so we are having one screen now, so that is which one? At the back of the screen which has been shown, there is an image. That one is the default desktop background wallpaper. Okay, so we have seen this one is the menu bar, and this right hand side we are having the notification or indicator. So in that we are having the network indicator, the text entry settings, messaging, the sound indicator, clock, and then the title session or everything we are having. Okay, so next we are going to see about the everything, the icon, each and every icon in the Ubuntu desktop. So first one is the launcher. So in the vertical bar of icon on the left side of the desktop is called the launcher. So vertical bar of icon to the left side of the line, so this is called the launcher. So in this we are having the launcher provides easy access to application, mounted devices and the trash. All current application and system will place an icon in the launchers. நீங்க எப்படி நம்ம விண்டோஸ்ல கீழ வந்து டாஸ்க் பார் இருக்கோ அதுல நீங்க என்னென்ன அப்ளிகேஷன்லாம் ஓபன் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கீங்களோ அதெல்லாம் அந்த ஐகான்ஸ்ல டிஸ்ப்ளே ஆகும் இல்லையா. சோ அதே மாதிரி இங்க இத வந்து லான்ச்சர்னு சொல்றோம். சோ நீங்க என்ன அப்ளிகேஷன் ஓபன் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கீங்களோ அதெல்லாம் இதுல இருக்கும். அதே மாதிரி it also provides what are all the application available here. Okay. So search your computer icon. So this icon is equal to search button in Windows. So first one is the search your computer. So search option நம்ம Windows ல எப்படி search பண்றோமோ அதே மாதிரி இந்த Ubuntu ல search பண்ணலாம். You have to give the name of the file or folder for searching them. And then files. This icon is equivalent to my computer icon. Okay. So this files icon now. So this one is equal to my computer. நம்ம இதுல my computer ன்னு இருக்கும்ல Windows ல அதுக்கு ஈக்குவல் ஆனது அந்த filesங்கற icon in Ubuntu. So here you have to give the name of the file. You can directly go to the desktop documents and so on. And next comes the Firefox web browser. So by clicking this icon, you can directly browse the internet. So idu click panna you can directly access to the internet. This is equivalent to clicking the web browser in taskbar in Windows. So nama Windows la last la taskbar la eppadi idu irukko so adhe madri inge Ubuntu la inge irukum. Okay. And next one, so LibreOffice Writer and LibreOffice Calc and LibreOffice Impress. So it is equal to Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel and Microsoft PowerPoint. So if you want to view how that looks, so this is the Word one. And next one, Office Writer, and next the Excel sheet of Ubuntu, and next comes the LibreOffice Impress. So that is the PowerPoint. Okay, so it will be like this. So next we are going to see about Ubuntu software icon. This icon will let you add any additional application you want. So this can be done by clicking the update option at the top right corner of that screen. And next we are going to see the online shopping icon. So using this icon, user can buy and sell the products online. So these are all the icons that you are being available here. Okay. Similarly, as in the Windows, as your so what trash one is there, this icon is equivalent to the recycle bin. எப்படி நம்ம delete பண்ற ஃபைல்ஸ்லாம் விண்டோஸ்ல recycle binல இருக்குமோ அதே மாதிரி இங்க trashல இருக்கும். I think if you are using Gmail, there will be an option called trash now. Similarly, in Ubuntu, they are having the name as trash. So next we will see creating, deleting files and folders. So similar to Windows OS, you can create, delete the files and folders with the same procedure. Okay, adula enna procedure follow pannீங்களோ the same procedure. Right click பண்ணி என்ன பண்ணலாம், create பண்ணனும்னா ஒரு ஃபைல்ல போய்ட்டு new கொடுத்து folder கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா create ஆகும். delete பண்ணா right click பண்ணி delete கொடுப்பீங்க. அதே மாதிரி rename பண்ணாலும் right click பண்ணி கொடுப்பீங்க. Same thing. So they have been given here. So if you want creating a file or folder by right clicking, so you can create, and then by deleting a file or folder, a file can be removed by the trash by using the right click or icon. And the next we are going to see the last one is the shutting down. So when you have finished working on your computer, you can choose to log out, suspend or shut down to the session indicator. So log out பண்ணனுமா, suspend பண்ணனுமா, shut down பண்ணனுமாங்கறத session indicator click பண்ணீங்கன்னா there will be option. So you can click that particular option and you can shut down. So up to this is the Ubuntu desktop you have seen. So with this the chapter 5 gets over and the unit 1 also gets over. So be clear about this. Thank you students.